are all safe.
Yes.
Today we are going to talk about what we think is one of the most important aspects of relationship, and that is about generations staying together. Yeah. So what happened is that we were supposed to get married after she finished her MSc.
Yeah.
Long back, my brother-in-law and sister decided to migrate to the US. And those days, I think going to the US was big thing. And so, we were anyway kids, and our marriage was financed, decided by the parents. So everybody decided that okay, we'll get married get them married in January. So that's how we got married in January '95. So it so happened that it was before her MSc exams. So one fine day after our marriage, I think somewhere in February, just a month after that, I came home and I saw her bag packed, and I said, what is happening? So I was told by my mother. So I have told her that everybody keeps coming to our place, everybody wants to see a newlywed bride, so she may not be able to study here. So I asked her to go to her mother's place and study. Nobody bothered about checking that with me. So the easiest thing to do was I also packed my bags and I went to stay in my in-laws' place. And believe me, there were some few eyebrows raised, but our families had no problem. So I went there to stay for a couple of months, and that is somewhere I realized something very something which never occurred to me earlier. Our families were alike, our in-laws liked us, and all that happened. But when I went to live there, which was for the first time for me for a couple of months, I realized that household value system and everything is similar. The two houses are distinctly different, and its difference is in actually small things in the everyday life, and that struck me. And that was the first time I realized, oh my God, so she must be doing so many adjustments when she shifts there, and that was a great experience for me, and it was just a very humbling experience. And
So, what he says is absolutely right. And we really knew each other so well, and the families, and even the extended families, that it was the most easiest transition. But as he said, that little things change, right? From the teacup, everything changes. But I remember my mother giving me two sound advices. The first one was that she said, what if you were born in that family? How would you behave? How would you, get along with everyone around you? That's the way you think and you behave. And the second one was, she said, never compare both the households, because the comparison will put you in get you all the negativities, or you will be in a constant mode of checking whether that was there in my mother's house, not here now. So you don't want that. So these two concepts really helped me transition. However, I remember when I got married, the first few days, my father-in-law and my brother-in-law would go out of the way to kind of ensure that I was taken care of, I was happy, and it sometimes led to very hilarious situations in the house. So one day my mother-in-law called all of us, and she said that she's my daughter-in-law, and leave it to us, we will take care of ourselves. So you don't have
I
to
think they used to interfere when my mother would simply tell her some work. So my father would, with his eyebrows, tell her, "Why don't you do it? Why are you telling her?" Or my brother will do same. So and finally, I think she had it enough of it. So she just made all of us sit in front of each other and just said that it's between me and her. Just don't bother.
Yes. So and then the other thing she did was, she simply told me that these are the things that I like, these are the things I don't like, this is what we do in the household, this is what we don't do and we strictly avoid. So all these things, these were simple communication. I mean, that was a simple communication between me and her. So at times when she was strict, she was firm, she was disciplined. At the same time, she was she stood by me when I did all the faux pas. She defended me like a tigress, and both of us, so I speak on behalf of our daughters-in-law, she defended us at all times. She shared with us all those little secrets of cooking, just because we would be doing the same. And all that while even packing tiffins because I was doing my MSc, and I would not find time. So these are little things that have helped us transition into a beautiful relationship, and all the time. So time is something which was very crucial, and we have given each other a lot of time to develop this relationship. And those times when there is a friction, there is difference of opinions, it's the choices you make. So there is a very thin line between pampering and intrusion. Now, what is the choice that you make kind of makes the relationship very beautiful. So every time I ever face this question, nowadays I don't, but all those times that I had this question, I always asked myself, what is more important, the relationship or the difference of opinion? And the relationship always scored all the brownie points.
Yeah, I think it is. I mean, I think this question is important, and I still remember one of the answers that you gave one day to somebody asked. So there must be a lot of adjustments, no? You must be staying in a joint family, and I think she gave a very mischievous answer, but that was the truth. She said, "Look, what adjustment? The differences of opinion can happen at best on which colors of the curtains should be there and what TV channel to watch." So for Yogesh and me, any color of curtain is fine, and we don't watch TV anyway, so there is no problem. I think that was the key, and I just love the way you said it. You have to ask that question: what is more important, relationship or the issue at hand? And if the relationship is important, just let go of that issue at hand, and you live happily together. Please understand, the onus of making a relationship work is firmly, to my mind, on a younger generation, because as you grow old, you start getting little firm, or little, I would say, little stubborn about some of your opinions in very simple things also. I'm 50 now, by the way, and she has been convincing me to let's exchange positions
Yes.
For our video, but I'm just not comfortable. Just if you see all our videos, I'm sitting here, she's sitting there. So hey, that's it. You start getting opinionated as you grow. So I think the onus is on the younger generation to let go of few things, not to look it as a competition. And I think that's a way of living happily together.
Yes.
And we learned a lot as we went along.
Yes,
I think a lot of credits to our parents
Yes.
also, who were very understanding, who helped us to grow with them. So I think that's a very simple formula of generations living together. Hope this is making sense to you. If you like what we are saying, please share your comments, share this video, and as always, we look forward to your feedback. Thank you so much.